Hi guys, welcome to another channel update. I'm recording this on Friday the 3rd of May, and I never thought I would ever do a channel update underwater, but I just can't resist it. Okay, so what's happening on my channel? Well, first of all, Minecraft, a great friend of mine, Hell DM, has helped me solve a lot of my lag problems. I actually had to resort to letting him come into my computer, and you can imagine how much trust that takes. And I watched as he just rifled through everything and sorted out quite a lot of what was causing my lag problems. So I've been under par when I've been recording and not able to focus on getting the videos right because I've been so worried about lag. But I think I'm back up and running, and I have learned an enormous amount about this. Okay, I'm hoping that I've had to redo this recording because I had a Discord setting wrong and it was overlaying this, would you believe? Okay, so what are we up to? Now that I've solved the lag problem, the dynamic duo, or the gruesome twosome, whatever you want to call us, of BU4U and myself have started recording again. And as usual, it started off as me teaching Yanni how to play Minecraft, but I have to say, she's way beyond my teaching now. She got totally into all sorts of things. And, oh look, I look as if I got devil's horns. Now we are just generally derping together. It's quite fantastic. We are enjoying ourselves enormously. It's more of a sort of social occasion than a serious gaming event, but there we go. Tree 8 is gradually coming together. This is the map we've chosen. You can't see which one it is because I'm underwater, but Shadows Girl 1920 was extremely generous in sharing this map seed with us, and we've got a sort of consensus that this one would be very, very good because there's so much warm seas around the spawn point and so much of these beautiful coral reefs, and I think this is what we all want to look at and explore and, you know, build near. So it looks really fantastic at the moment. So that's getting closer. I think that whole update is perhaps just weeks away, and that's very, very exciting. So those two series will continue. I'm not likely to play a single player world because if I'm playing with BU4U and I want to do anything like go in and do a bit of mining or building, Yanni doesn't mind if I do that, and I don't mind if she goes in as well. So I don't need to do a single player world at the same time. And because we have so few Europeans on Tree 8, I tend to play single player anyway. I'm grateful to have some more Kiwis on there because that actually extends the number of people I can play with. But unless I'm playing with people who do tend to stay up very late in America or suffer from insomnia, I do play quite a lot by myself on that map. Okay. Banished, I finished my wonderful North 6 series. I'm waiting for the next North 7 if it is, but whatever Tom Sawyer produces next, it should be very exciting. I love doing that, but with playing that in the Mega Mod, I'd lost track of Colonial Charter. So I'm doing a series on Colonial Charter 1.75, and I'm glad I have done, because believe me, I was getting so much wrong in that series, guys. So much wrong. It just reminded me how much I'd forgotten of the basic Colonial Charter. So I'm delighted to be doing that, and the graphics are fabulous because you can get right in with the graphics. They've enabled you to go much closer, so I'm loving that. I've discovered a game that's new to me, but an old game called Stardew Valley. I am completely addicted to it and I'm loving it. The dog mind has been telling me for years I should play it, and as usual, he's absolutely right. I'm loving every minute. One Last Midnight and Dog, thank you so much for forming up as my personal coaching team and getting me through at least the first year. I'm on to the second year. It's getting very exciting in Stardew Valley because they're going to produce a new update with new features, which is great, but also it will have multiplayer. this opens a lot of possibilities. Some I'm attracted by, which is playing with other people. Some I'm not, which is, you know, I'm generally shying away from the whole marriage business in there. So anyway, it does open possibilities. I've just got to decide whether to upgrade my old map, if that's possible, or start a new map. I'm almost tempted to start a new map, mostly because the old map, I made such a mess of it, but let's have a look. We'll think about that one. I'm not sure I can go through the individual watering again, but if I do, gosh, that was a pixel. Can you see these little bits that are floating up that occasionally come on my face like spots? One of those came right up in front of the lens then. So I'm deciding what to do on that one, but I'm really, really enjoying it. The other game I'm playing is a unique experience for me. I'm playing something called Vintage Story. The team who are developing it were great fans of Terra Firma Craft, and they loved doing that. And they are generally, they've written an entire game so that they could mod it and have it exactly as they want, and they're not dependent on Minecraft. I've never played a game that's been quite so sort of early in its development, and for someone who's not tech savvy like me, in other words who's tech blind, it's quite unique. I managed to get myself in a total muddle up of an update, managed to update something that wasn't a proper update but an experimental one, and I'm trying to fix it at the moment. But it's a very fascinating game. It's got a totally different feel from any of the games I normally play. I think they're developing it as an adult game, and it can actually get quite frightening if you are frightened of wolves and if you're frightened of darkness, but it's doable. And I keep thinking, why am I playing this game? And every time I enter the world and play the music, I do tend to fall in love with it again. It's quite a fascinating experience. So I'm I'm working away at keeping up with that one and doing it. And I would say that the two developers, Tyron and Sarity, couldn't have been nicer. They've been absolutely charming to me, and having someone like me in amidst a group of developers and modders is probably a unique experience for them as well. But they've been delightful to me, I can't tell you. Also, there's a couple of guys there who've been helping me, one called Strom and one called Milo. And I think at first they weren't quite sure what they were dealing with, and then they realised that I am truly tech blind, and life has become a lot easier for them. Now they've learned to take me through things in words of one syllable. I've also made a Russian friend there who likes poetry, and this has led to an offshoot where I sit by the fireside and read English poems. It's not to everyone's taste, but if you like poetry, it's a fun thing to do. So I never thought I'd be reading poems, but he asked me to read one so that he could get the pronunciation and the meter right, and it was some hideously difficult poem to Homer, but he enjoyed it enormously. It's got quite a lot of views for what I thought was just a one-off. I think it's got something like 26 views when I last looked, which amazed me. So I thought it would just be a sort of one-person viewing series. And I don't know whether there's 26 people who've seen it. I got quite a lot of likes on it, or whether it's this guy who's just read it again and again to learn pronunciation. Anyway, I'm enjoying that as well. I think you can probably hear in my voice, guys, that I am so much happier now that I've solved the lag problem. And HellDM, my goodness, do I owe you a lot for doing that for me and coming in and rifling through my computer. It was fascinating watching what he did, and it's fascinating watching him clean up. As usual, registry issues were an issue, but also, guys, if you do play Minecraft, it does help if you have the 64-bit Java downloaded, not the 32-bit. Anyway, guys, on that note, I am feeling much, much more optimistic, and I'm looking forward to, going forwards with the channel and just generally enjoying myself. Bye bye, guys.